So for the post route, this is going to be one of the deeper routes of the route tree. And oftentimes the post is ran anywhere between 10 to 15 yards down the field, depending on the depth that your coach wants from the route. If you're counting steps, it's likely that your post is going to be broken off of 7 total steps or your 4th outside step. Now, depending on the style of post that you're running, the angle of the post break can definitely vary. It can be skinnier and further up the field. It can be flatter and more across the field. And then also, depending on the style of post you're running, you can also bang the post. And what bang means is you're essentially throwing the ball right out of the break rather than creating some more loft or some more distance on your throw to throw more of an over-the-shoulder type of ball. For right now, we're going to be working the post with more of an over-the-shoulder throw rather than banging it and throwing it right out of the break. So our footwork here is going to be a 3-step drop with a hitch. There's a variety of defensive situations or coverages where you can throw the post route. Ideally, when you're throwing the post route over the top and over the shoulder, it's usually because a safety that would otherwise be playing deep has committed to a more underneath or intermediate route and has left the defensive back that's covering the post on the outside on an island and in a one-on-one situation. So for this example and for this type of post route, you can imagine 2 different situations. One being that there's a single high safety right in the middle of the field and they have not bailed back upon the snap of the ball. They've kind of sat in their coverage or they've started to walk up to either rob or take care of something that's a little bit more underneath them. Or you can think about a too high safety situation where you're reading the play side or the post side safety and you're imagining that he's doing the same thing where he is not bailing into coverage and backpedaling back and he's more just sitting flat-footed or paying attention to an underneath route that is keeping him from playing over the top of the play. So like I said before, this footwork is going to be a 3-step drop with a hitch. And what I'm imagining right now is that there's a single high safety. So as I'm dropping back, I'm gonna lock eyes with that single high safety to confirm that he is not bailing into coverage. As I get into my crossover, I should have already confirmed that he is not bailing into coverage. So now I'm gonna bring my eyes and my shoulders up the hash or up the angle of where the post is gonna be breaking so that I'm set to throw into my hitch. One last thing that I really want to focus on for the deeper post route, since this is a throw that we're going to be putting some height and air onto the ball, I really want to think about tilting my shoulders back as I get into the top of my drop and into my hitch. So I'm really just kind of cocking back and creating that launch point that I want to take for this throw. I don't necessarily want to have those same level shoulders if I were to throw like a dig or some sort of crossing route over the middle or a curl, some sort of intermediate throw. I really want to focus on that tilt and just allow the ball to travel through the plane that I set. Hut.